welcome back to my channel Punjabi Girl Vlogs. I hope you're all doing fine and staying safe. My name is Harleen and on this channel I share content about student life in Canada and just about my life in general. This video is sponsored by PayPenny. PayPenny is an app that you can use to send money from Canada to India instantly to your loved ones. I'll also give you a quick demo about that app. It's super easy interface, and the best parts about this app is that you don't need to pay any transaction cost or any hidden cost up to $5,000 Canadian. Second thing, your account gets verified instantly. Like it just take 5 minutes to get your account verified once you download the app. Third thing is that they have their customer service available 24/7. So if you face any problem or difficult, they are available to help you. And fourth and foremost is that they provide the best exchange rates out there compared to the other apps that also does the same thing. Best exchange rates. How wonderful is that? So let me show you a quick demo. Super easy interface. Let's get started. All you have to do is go to the app, and this is the home screen that you'll see with a couple buttons. You select add pay, add all their information. Now to send money, first you need to top up your balance that you can do through Interact e-transfer. So I put the amount, and then we have to send that to hello@paypenny.io. And then I have my pay already added. Now I just need to send money, and that's the button I click. I already have my pay attached. In order to send money, we need to select a reason to send. Reason could be that you are sending it to your family or friends or whatever reason it is, and then you'll see your transaction is complete. Super easy interface. In this video, we are going to be talking about the monthly expenses of an international student. I am an international student, so I will tell you what are actually the monthly expenses that almost all the international students face when they come here in Canada. Since I'm in a co-op program, I have lived in Toronto and Waterloo both, so I can compare the prices as well, and I will share with you how expensive it could be. Well, this is not to discourage you, just telling you the actual expenses so that you're aware before making a decision. Our first main expense as an international student is about living expenses, which is our accommodation. Accommodation could cost you, so I am talking more about Ontario or British Columbia, because living expenses are little cheaper in Winnipeg, Montreal, or even in Alberta. It's little cheaper to stay there compared to Ontario. Especially Toronto is really expensive. If you want to take a room on your own, basically if you don't want to share a room with any other roommate, it could cost you somewhere from $500 to $700 to $800 per month, especially if you get student housing. So student house, like mostly student apartments, have internet included. Even if you don't have Wi-Fi included, you can buy separate Wi-Fi for $50 to $60 per month. Well, I have always stayed in student housing, so I have always got my internet, hydro, which means electricity, and water included in my monthly rent. And I would also recommend, if you're searching for a place, find a place which provides you free internet, hydro, and water, because you don't want to pay that separately on top of the rent, monthly rent. So if you don't want to share a room, well, I have not shared a room with anybody else before, so I usually pay somewhere around $500 to $700, $800 per month just for living. And your living costs are dependent more on the location from your school. I have always stayed near the university, so it is little expensive, because obviously you don't want to spend that much time traveling to and back and forth. So I've always stayed near the university. That's why it cost little more. When I came in first year, I was staying almost 2.5 to 3 kilometers away from my university, which was almost 15 minutes ride. ठीक है, so मैंने बहुत मुश्किल हुंदा सी आना जाना, ता करके I've decided to stay near the university. So मैं ये कहनी हाँ कि मान के चलो your rent will be approximately $500 to $700-800 per month, unless you share your room with somebody else. That is not legally allowed, but I've seen a lot of students do that. That way you can split the money between two people. Okay, so that's up to you, whether you want to stay on your own or whether you want to share your building or apartment or room with somebody else. That's the main expense, accommodation. Okay, second thing comes is food. Obviously you will eat food to survive. Okay, boys diet is little more than girls diet. So for me, I try to cook food on my own at home. My monthly expenses for food is somewhere around $200 to $250 just for groceries. Okay, क्योंकि groceries de which obviously you snack a lot. I personally like chips a lot, so मेरे snacks भी बहुत हो जाते हैं. But if I look at milk, egg हो गया, milk हो गया, आटा, the wheat flour हो गया, it's cheaper. It's not too expensive if you cook at home, and I would definitely recommend कि तुसी घरे cook करो because it's cheaper. That cost me somewhere $150 to $200 per month for my food. Okay, I do take out from different restaurants too. It's not that I always eat at home. I do eat from outside too, but not more than 4 to 5 times per month. So my monthly expenses for food is $200 to $250 or $150 to $250. For boys, it could be because boys do eat a lot from outside, because some boys don't know how to cook. So your expenses could be from $300 to $400 for boys for food. Third main expense is our transportation cost. So every college or every university has its own discount for students, I would say. For example, for me, I don't pay my transportation cost separately because that's already included in my fees that I pay per semester. So I don't have to pay anything for my transportation. But students in Toronto, like a lot of college students in Toronto, they have to buy their monthly pass, and their monthly pass could be $100 to $120, like around that per month. I didn't have to pay it, but when I was in Toronto doing my co-op job, I was paying that monthly pass, $120 per month, just to travel. Okay? So it really depends on which area you are, but I would suggest कि you monthly मान के चलो, you have to pay at least $100 for your transportation. And if you find a part-time job, you definitely have to get that transportation, because तुसी grocery भी करन जाना, you cannot do Uber every time. You have to go for your groceries, you have to go for your part-time job, you have to go to your college. Right now it's closed, but eventually सब कुछ खुल जाएगा. So you have, मान के चलो, it's $100 per month for your transportation. And our fourth main expense is our phone. Well, phone also depends on the plan that you get. Phone plan, average cost for a phone plan in Canada is around $50 to $70-80 with about 10 GB internet. Okay, so I pay around $70 in which I get 10 GB internet and unlimited Canada-wide calling. So around $50 to $70 is your monthly phone plan. Okay? One more expense that I want to talk about is our books. Well, books are expensive. Books are really expensive in Canada, but I don't have to purchase any books. Why? Because ਇੱਥੇ ਕੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ professors will put the books on reserve in library. What that means is ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਇਦਾਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ library ਜਾਓ, ਉਹ book ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ 3 hours 2 to 3 hours the loan te mil jayegi. So you can basically go every day to library and study for 3 hours and use that book and don't have to purchase your own book. That's what I've done in my last 4 years. I have not purchased a single book, but let me tell you कि some colleges and some professors will say you to purchase access code for a particular book. Access code that है कि what they'll do is they'll give you monthly quizzes or weekly quizzes. वो quizzes ਤੁਸੀਂ ਤਾਂ ਹੀ ਕਰ ਪਾਓਗੇ if you have the access code, and access code for a particular book could cost you $100 to $150. So there is no fixed cost of books in Canada. It will really depend on the program and the college or university that you choose, what their book structure is like. Books is not really a main expense, or I can say it's not a monthly expense. Last thing I want to talk about is our healthcare. We as international students do get a basic healthcare because we do pay some amount. I think we pay around $700 $800 per semester to get that basic healthcare plan. If you are healthy, if you are fit, don't have any major problem, I think you should be fine because basic healthcare is free. By basic healthcare, it's just basic checkups or basic medicines such as cold, flu, that will be included. But agar koi major disease hai ki ya, healthcare could get really expensive. Healthcare could get really expensive. So though these are all my monthly expenses, yeah, there are some expenses related to shopping. If there's some personal expenses, there could be some personal expenses related to shopping. You're buying a good winter jacket or you're buying winter boots, and then I'm not including those. If I talk about my monthly expenses, that's for my living. Okay? That's for my living, food, phone. That's my main 3 monthly expenses because, as I said, I don't have to pay for transportation because university already includes that. But even if I have to pay for it, it's almost $100 to $120 per month. I don't pay for books. I don't purchase books. I would say I don't purchase any books. There could be some miscellaneous expenses related to some shop. My monthly expenses is around $1,200 to $1,300 per month, which includes everything. And you can easily earn this much with your part-time job, 20 hours per week. So don't worry about your living expenses that much because you can pay on your own if you work part-time. Well, that's all I have to say for this video. I hope it was helpful. If it was helpful, please like it, and do not forget to subscribe to my channel. I will be back with more such videos. Bye.